I have always liked to experience staying at a haunted hotel. The anticipation of the unknown, and the expectation of tingling sensations surged through my body. I have browsed online for haunted hotels, and the Stanley Hotel came up in one of my searches. The hotel is located in Estes Park in Colorado. I went to their website and looked at their accommodations. I was excited to see what the hotel has to offer. All the spacious rooms have classic furnishings, the bedding are all handmade, and the Rocky Mountain views are majestic. All the rooms are naturally cooled by the mountain breeze, though they offer apartment-style rooms with air conditioning units. My family and I were planning our yearly family vacation trip that time. I suggested that we go to Colorado to get the fresh mountain breeze that we all need. I offered the Stanley Hotel, and told them a brief history of the place. My parents were slightly apprehensive at first. But when my father learned that Stephen King spent time at the hotel, he quickly agreed. Stephen King stayed at the same hotel, and he drew inspiration from it for his novel, The Shining. I have watched the film adaptation and it was a masterpiece. I booked their famous spirited rooms, rooms 401 and 407. Good thing that the rooms are available on our target dates. Days passed quickly, and we found ourselves traveling to the hotel. Lake Estes, the Rocky Mountains, especially the Long's Peak are feast to the eyes. After some time, we finally reached our destination, the Stanley Hotel. When we entered the lobby, we were welcomed by one of the hotel managers, George, who assisted us at the reception. My brother and I got the 401 room, while my parents stayed at room 407. We decided to use their in-house elevator, since my parents need no further walking. When the elevator opened, we were cheerfully greeted by the operator, Melvin. We went inside the lift with our heavy and enormous luggages. Then, I suddenly noticed a little girl at the right side corner. She was looking at the floor. Her head bowed down. Her face is covered by her long dark silky hair. I didn't notice her earlier when we entered the elevator. I felt chills. I really was not expecting to encounter any unworldly being or entity. I just tried to ignore the girl, and clung to my mom's shoulder. When we reached our floor, I thanked Melvin, then we stepped out. The little girl is still there. When the elevator door is closing, she suddenly looked at me with popping eyes, then smiled with her teeth exposed. My hair raised instantly. I just walked straight to our room. I didn't say anything to my parents or my brother. When we reached our room, I jumped on the bed and rolled on it. My brother went to the bathroom to take a shower, while I unpacked my things. I was in the middle of unpacking, when I heard something fall near the bed. I got startled. I walked slowly towards the bed, and saw the lampshade on the floor. I got scared. I returned it on top of the table, then continued what I'm doing. When my brother finished his bath, he hit me. I got irritated, and asked him why he did that. He said that I kept knocking on the bathroom door. I also kept yelling, "Let me in, let me in!" I got goosebumps. I said that I didn't do any of that. I told him about the lampshade. Both of us were stunned. I guess I got more what I'd asked for. To get off our minds on what happened, we went on a hike and mountain climbing with some of the guests. It was physically draining, but it was worth it. My parents, on the other hand, booked a day tour at the hotel. After all our activities, we ate dinner in one of the restaurants, and helped ourselves with a sumptuous meal. My parents had a few drinks of whiskey, while my brother and I booked a night tour. The tour guide did a head count. He counted 8. We went to the different haunted areas inside and outside the hotel. It was a fun yet creepy experience. When the tour ended, our tour guide did a head count again. He was wondering because there is one person missing. He said that there are 8 guests who have signed up for the tour. But when I counted earlier, there were only 7 of us. The rest of the group confirmed that we were just the 7. The tour guide kept silent for a while, but his heavy breathing was noticeable. He just concluded the tour, and bid us farewell. My brother and I just looked at each other, and headed back to our room to retire for the night. Before going to bed, we opened our windows to let the mountain breeze come in. It's nice to sleep with the breeze comforting, and putting us to sleep. I was lying on my bed when I felt the breeze getting stronger. I was about to get up, when I saw my brother closing the window. But I was alarmed when I heard someone snoring. I looked at my brother's bed and there he was, covered in blanket. I immediately looked at the window. It was now closed. But the person I saw earlier who looks like my brother, was nowhere in sight. I felt chills and just covered myself with blanket. The night went by slowly, as if it's trying to drag me back to yesterday. The following day, we had a great breakfast of various pancakes, waffle, omelette, salads and a lot more. After we ate, we fixed our things and checked out. We were putting our luggages in the car trunk, then I remembered that I left my cell phone charger in the room. I hurriedly went back to the room to get my charger, then used the in-house elevator to go down. The elevator stopped on the 3rd floor. The door opened but no one was there. I tried to close it, but it just stayed open. Then a red light lit up, indicating that the weight on the elevator was more than the weight limit. I was starting to panic. I kept pressing the close button, and finally, it closed. I was shaking and leaned on the wall. Then, all of a sudden, the lights were blinking. The little girl I saw yesterday suddenly appeared in front of me, she was smiling while staring at me. I screamed and went to a corner, with my eyes closed and my hands covering my face. I was in that position when someone tapped me on my shoulder, trying to console me. It was Melvin, the operator. I didn't even realize that I've reached the lobby. He said that it's okay now and there's no need to worry. He told me that I should have not used the elevator, since it's under maintenance. I apologized for not reading the sign. I thanked him again and ran back to the car. As we are traveling, I told my parents and my brother about the incident. I told them that it's a good thing that Melvin came to my rescue. They all looked at each other with puzzled looks. My brother told me that there was no operator in the elevator. I was speechless. I slumped on my seat shaking a bit. I looked back at the Stanley Hotel as it slowly vanishes from my sight. Although I got terrified, it was a great experience, that I'll treasure and tell for the rest of my life.